Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening. Apologies for coming on like about 15 minutes behind schedule. So sorry about that. I really prioritize being on time, but there are some circumstances beyond my control. But I'm happy to be here once again. It's a pleasure to be live once again. Today we are here to preview Chelsea versus Arsenal versus Chelsea Premier League game. It's going to be second leg of the Premier League encounter. So we are here to analyze the game and see what to expect, and then to discuss other news on Chelsea Football Club. So to start with today, um, we'll be looking at the updates on Chelsea as regards this football match. We have two players out, and that's Malo Gusto is not going to be available. He suffered a minor problem on his nail ligament, and then okay, we have three players. Then Benjamin Chilwell is also out due to a resurgence of the problem he had from his national assignment. So he was not going to be available too. They're not completely ruled out. Then Cole Palmer is likely not to be available too. That's due to an illness. Thank God he's not injured. So due to illness, so those three players are not going to be available for Chelsea. And so going into the press conference, the manager talked about, he answered some questions with regards to how Chelsea would cope with the absence of Copama. He gave the assurance that they should be able to cope with Copama's absence. Though it's not going to be easy, but I think they should be able to cope. Even though this is Arsenal, a team that is has been in a good run of form, though not really very good run of form in their last 5 games, but overall they've been top this season. So they've been having a great time. So we believe that Chelsea should be able to still pull something up without Cole Palmer. So looking at the press conference, the coach stressed the fact that they will be able to do something with Cole's absence. So also on the from the press conference, he was asked if what's his opinion about Thiago Silva leaving. He refused to really talk much on that. I remember he said that their focus is on being able to finish the season well. Their focus is on being able to attain a better position on the table. So that is not a subject for discussion right now. And I agree, it's not the right time to talk about that. Even though the team would have, the club would have a plan to have a further discussion with him. But I don't think there will be a contract extension because his wife tweeted and that he's leaving. That was his last. She said that was his last game in Wembley. So if she said that, so it simply means he's most likely to leave. Yeah, so going into the game, he was also asked about Nicholas Jackson. His opinion was that Jackson is in his first year of his contract, and that it's normal for fans to think that every single touch by a striker should result into a goal opportunity. And the coach said it's difficult in the first year, but Jackson is doing very good. And even if Jackson doesn't score goals, he's still fighting for the club, which is absolutely correct. Jackson's work rate is excellent. He runs into create spaces. He runs. Um, he supports the team very well, but finishing finishing the chances is where the ultimate challenge is. And that is one thing he needs to improve upon. According to the coach, Jackson is not really doing bad. It's just the goals, which Jackson himself knows he's not doing well enough. He said it in one of his recent interviews. He said if he had converted his chances, he would have had more goals. So he himself knows, and I think he's trying to improve on it. So um, not to take on him, but the coach believes in him, and I believe Jackson will come very good. Also, he's putting in enough work. He's very fast. His pace is good. Um, yeah, his decision in front of goal is a little bit inconsistent, but I think he will come good. This is his first season, and remember, he wasn't even a striker at start. Jackson was a winger. Before coming to Chelsea, he only played a few games as a striker. So I think everybody in the team is learning. Everybody, owners are learning. The coach is also learning to adjust. So it's not um it's not too much to ask to give him some bit of time. But I know he's one of those players that will really come good. He's a good potential, and so the coach is optimistic that Jackson is going to get better. So he was also asked if Chelsea can be restored to the level Arsenal is in the Premier League. Remember, Arsenal was once in the trenches for not less than 5 years when they were still trying to build their team. And it was a very tough period for them. They finished eighth on the table 2 seasons in a row in the early stages of Arteta. And even before Arteta took over, they've had that issue. And so now they ask the coach if he can bring Chelsea to the level they are now to be competing for titles. And his response was that it's always difficult for every coach, including Arteta, Jurgen Klopp, and even Pep, that coaches do have struggles when they are just starting up, and that the team or all he needs from the fans is to be patient and give them support and allow them to do their job. So on the penalty, the ball that Grealish obstructed with his hand against Manchester City, that should have been a penalty. He his view was that he doesn't want to really talk about that. That's not going to change the result. But it's very shameful that such a thing still happen in English football. Well, the what do they call them? VAR reviewed it and still did not award the penalty. And then it was even so bad that they didn't even award the corner kick because, of course, how did the ball how did the ball move to corner? It was just because it was obstructed by a Grealish hand. So you know That's injustice. But when it happens, sometimes you are the victim, sometimes you are the beneficiary. Um, but I like the way he didn't make much about it, but he highlighted the fact that it was a wrong decision. Yeah, and he made that obvious. It was a wrong decision. But then he didn't want to talk too much about it, which is also okay, and I understand why. So he doesn't get punished. So he talked about the fact that uh, Jackson was tired in that last game. He said the team wanted to win, and all the players wanted to go to the final. And that Jackson is young; he needs to live this type of he needs to live in this type of situation so that he can improve. So, and he believes that the whole team is much more better. And really, the team is actually getting better though. It's just that we are pissed off by their lack of consistency. But are they really better? Yeah, absolutely. Chelsea's better than the way we were before. We're getting goals. Um, our stats are getting better. The XGs are getting better. But of course, we need consistency. We put in some very good performances, and then after a short while, we start to drop again, and it doesn't speak too good of us. Um, he on if it's good for his team to have only 2 days of recovery before playing Arsenal. So he was like, "What can they do? That it's impossible to change, and they need to accept it." Yeah, we're involved in Carabao Cup until the end, and now FA Cup nearly until the end. So we need to catch up. It's not the best thing, but we need to accept it. So now is to focus on the league and see how far we can go, because we still have the chance to finish up sixth or seventh position, which is a position that can take us to Europe. So looking going into tomorrow's game, what are our chances against Arsenal? Um, though I'm not completely hopeful about that game. Um, but then I believe that Chelsea can put up something if they put in the work. Yeah, if they put in the work. Arsenal is a very good side, a very coordinated uh, team. They've been together for quite some time. The coach has been on the project for about 5 seasons now. So it's a team that looks uh, properly coached in the sense that they've been together for quite a while, and they've only been making additions. Unlike Chelsea, who is a team that was completely dismantled, and maybe just a few handful number of players from the old. I think we just have only Rhys James, who is not even playing now, Ben Chilwell, and Thiago Silva. I think those are the only people remaining in Champions League, and then Bettinelli, who is always on the bench, uh, among the Champions League winning team. Uh, that's those are just the people that are remaining, and the Champions League was just in 2021. So this is like 2 years, just 2 years and some few months. You only have about two, three players left in the team. Rhys James, Bettinelli, um, who else again? Ben Chilwell. Yeah, I think those are the people remaining in the team from the Champions League victory. and so it shows how new the team is. So, what are our chances against Arsenal? Let's review the performances of the two teams. Arsenal's last 5 games, they've won two matches in the last five, and then they also they won two out of five. They drew one and lost two. Chelsea in their last 5 games, they won two matches as well. So they've won the same number of matches with Arsenal in the last five. They won two, they drew two. Like Arsenal won two, they drew one, and they lost two. So Chelsea lost only one game. So it was two wins, two draws, and one loss. So Chelsea have actually performed just a little bit better in the last 5 matches. So going into tomorrow's game, I don't really, well, it's gonna be tough not having Malo Gusto in the team, not having a natural right back. So we might be forced to make do with either Axel Desassi or Chalobah or what's his name, Alfie Gilchrist in that position. So, and all these names I've mentioned, there's none of them that is a natural right back. So I don't know. I don't know who any of those names can be used, but then most of them can't really hold it up when they are to play very tough oppositions. So talking about our chances, well, I don't want to, not so much expectation. One of those games that you just go in and see how it goes. But it will be very good for Chelsea to just grab the full 3 point. We need to win as much games as we can right now. Yeah, the worst we should be getting from that game should be a draw. That's the worst. So, what are our chances of winning the game? Do you think we have a chance against Arsenal? Let's have your view in the comment section. Let's have your view in the comment section. Sorry, it's been quite a long day for me. It's been a very hectic one, and I'm a little bit tired, but I just have to. I just have to honor the scheduled live show. So, as far as I'm concerned, like I said, it's one of those games that you just have to go in there and see how it goes. Um, Not so much expectation, but I'm not expecting us to lose the game though, because we played Arsenal twice this season, and we haven't um, lost. We haven't lost. We haven't lost any game to them. Yeah, this season. The first one was okay. We played them only once. Sorry, only once. It's a 2-2 draw. It was a 2-2 draw. Yes, it was a 2-2 draw. So it was a game we should have won. We're 2 goals up, and then we lost the lead as usual. So what should we expect? Um, Hopefully, Bukayo Saka will be playing, and hopefully he's not going to be doing some diving on us tomorrow. This one player they have to keep an eye on. yeah, they really have to keep an eye on him. So, what do we expect? I'm expecting the usual 4-2-3-1, 4-2-3-1 formation, where, of course, I expect Petrovic to start, um, because yeah, it's been okay, and Sanchez is still out, so then possibly we'll have Axel Desassi as a right back, in place of Malo Gusto. Though Augusto has not completely been ruled out, he's going to be assessed before the game, but most likely not going to be playing. So Trevor Chalobah, um, I want to assume that Trevor Chalobah will be pairing with Thiago Silva at the center, of the defense. So Trevor and Thiago Silva, yeah, and then Cucurella, of course, will be playing as he'll be playing as the left back. That's what should happen. He's the only fit left back. So Levi Colwell is still struggling with his toe injury. So, and then we are likely to see Moses Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez tomorrow. But if you ask me, I would prefer Moses Caicedo and Conor Gallagher at the middle. Yeah, both of them worked really well. But because Enzo is still recovering from his hernia, though he hasn't done the surgery, but he's treating the pain. So I don't know if he's fully fit. So Enzo and Caicedo, but I would prefer Enzo and Gallagher. But we are talking predicted lineup here, predicting what the coach is likely to do. So most likely Enzo and Caicedo, and then Noni on the right. I think that is going to be for sure, especially now that Palmer is not going to be available. And then the coach might definitely use Conor Gallagher as an attacking midfielder and Ryan Sterling on the left. So and then Nicholas Jackson as the striker. Um, But if you ask me, I would prefer to have Caicedo and Gallagher at as the pivot, then Noni on the right, then Kani Chukwuemeka as the attacking midfielder, and then Raheem Sterling on the left. Yeah, yeah, because but I know he's definitely going to use Enzo and Caicedo. But I just feel it should be Gallagher and Caicedo, while Enzo is rested, and then Kani Chukwuemeka plays as number 10. But the coach has his own way of doing things. So, talking about the fact that um, Chelsea and Arsenal have won only two in the last five, they drew Chelsea. Yeah, they've drew the same number of games, but Arsenal has lost more games. They've lost two. Chelsea have lost one. So yeah, both of them being fierce rival. I think I want to believe Chelsea can win this game if they put in the work and they believe. But Arsenal should be the favorite based on their form and based on the fact that they are a little bit more consistent than Chelsea. So the game is coming up at 3 p.m. EST. Um, I think that I'll be watching it live, definitely. But then we'll meet after the game to analyze the statistics and to discuss any further updates. And then congratulations Congratulations to our legendary captain, John Terry, for his induction into the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to him. He's long overdue. So we wish him all the best. And then to see how the game goes tomorrow, we'll meet to discuss uh, the statistics. They will review the player performances, and we'll look at the result and look at everything and discuss any other news update. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and always remember to check our YouTube shorts for updates. And remember to leave your comments on every of our video. Let's have your opinion. And like I always say, if you're watching us live, always try to drop a comment so that I can see you and acknowledge your presence. Thank you very much. Stay blessed. Wishing Chelsea all the best tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. Stay blessed. Thank you.